With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Tampa. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Newton on third down. And that will be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
They snap it to Newton. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They go up the middle with Campbell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it. as you're trying to get up ahead of steam, make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown Bears. Cordero Patterson from 21 yards away.
And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Open man is Keyshawn Johnson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Pollard going to try the right side. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cam Newton. A 13-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone. You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll run up the middle with Campbell, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, all knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Again, they run with Campbell. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Hester to return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're going to run the jet sweep with Rice. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jerry Rice, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Bears 14.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here we go on 4. Newton. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
and both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Stafford on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And he's brought down.